Welcome to Fantastic Fiber Friday, and today, as part of the art yarn series, I'm going to show you how to spin a slub yarn. And slubs are what new spinners accidentally make when they're trying to spin thin. So I'm going to show you how to do this on purpose so that they come out evenly, and you actually will end up with an even amount of slubs within the yarn, because you can only make the slub as long as the fiber itself. So I've got my very slightly drafted roving here, and let's see if we can move the camera down towards the, there we go. Okay, now as you can see, I've already started some on here because slub yarn is just fun to make. And let me see if I can get unhooked from my hooks here. Okay, there we go. Oops. There we go. And you see right there, that's a slub where it goes thick and thin. And that's what we want to create. So, let's get moving here a little bit. And when you're going to pull forward like you were drafting to inchworm draft, but you're going to pull it almost so thin that you're afraid it's going to fall apart, and then let the twist roll up. And there's your slub. I'll do it again and again. And you see, it's actually only, the slub is only the staple length of the fiber. And this way you can get an even amount of slubs. You just keep pulling until you see it go so thin you think you're going to lose it, and then make another one. And the areas in between will only be about the staple length of the yarn as well. And this is a basic slub which you can actually use to make a lot of other art yarns. And I'm having way too much fun with this. Can actually make mistakes on purpose. Oop, almost went a little too far there. And get away with it. And I find it funny because, you know, even though these are spinning mistakes, let me turn up my, there we go, tension just a little bit. You want the tension to be fairly firm, and this twist is going to take more in the thin places than the thick places. Oops. Be careful not to make it too thin like I just did, or it'll want to let go. But really, that's all there is to making a slub yarn, and you can make them as thick or as thin as you want depending on the thickness of your roving that you're using. Like I said, I very slightly drafted mine. And really, that's all there is to making slub yarn. You don't pull from the back at all. You just hold the fiber in the back and pull from the front. You just pull a bunch out until it gets thin, and then let the twist go up. Pull forward, not backward. Because next week we're going to take our slub yarn and make flame yarns. Whoop! And I let it go. And that happens occasionally too. And you just go ahead and pull it through. Just to show you, I actually do make mistakes as well. It does happen. And continue on. The nice thing about doing this intentionally is that your slubs are very even and your yarn is nicely twisted, and we will need to ply this yarn. because it will be a little bit overspun in the places where the slubs are. See, it's a little overspun. So I hope you found this informative. And let's see if I can move the camera back up to my face without being so close I scare y'all. There we go. I hope you found this informative. I hope you give a try at making slub yarn, because it's a lot of fun to actually make a mistake on purpose and not have to try to make a perfectly smooth yarn. I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week.